Ladies and gentlemen basketball fan, Manila. Gilas Pilipinas once again failed to crack the Australia code, as the Boomers proved to be a puzzle the Nationals found too hard to solve in the 2027 FIBA World Cup Asian qualifiers. Tim Cone and his ward stayed within striking distance early before running out of steam in the second half, eventually absorbing a 93-66 loss on Sunday night at the Mall of Asia Arena in Pasay. The defeat marked their second straight setback in Window 2, leaving them winless in their home stand. Despite this, Gilas is already through to round 2 following New Zealand's 99-67 prior to the Philippines-Australia match. Gilas advances to round 2 of World Cup qualifiers after New Zealand dominates Guam. Justin Brownlee bounced back with 20 points, 7 rebounds, and 6 assists, while Quinton Milora-Brown and Dwight Ramos added 11 and 7 points, respectively. Still, it was not enough as the Philippines dropped its 7th game in 8 meetings against Australia all time. On the other hand, Elijah Pepper paced Australia with 25 points, while Tanner Krebs chipped in 12 as the Boomers stretched their winning streak to 4 games after sweeping New Zealand in Window 1 and moving past Guam last February 26th. Once again, Gilas Pilipinas had thrown everything at the green and gold wall. Once again, Australia men's national basketball team walked away composed, clinical, and victorious. For years now, Australia has been the riddle Gilas cannot quite solve. Different rosters, different coaches, different venues. The equation changes, but the result remains stubbornly the same. In this latest chapter of their rivalry within the FIBA landscape, the Philippines ended its home stand winless, still searching for the key to unlock the Boomers' code. The energy inside the arena at tip-off felt electric. A sea of blue, red, and white roared as Gilas opened with urgency. The first quarter showed promise, aggressive drives, quick ball reversals, and a willingness to challenge Australia's size inside. For a moment, the crowd dared to believe this would be different. But Australia is built on discipline. When Gilas attacked the paint, the help defense arrived a split second earlier. When the Philippines collapsed on penetration, Australia calmly kicked the ball out to open shooters. Every adjustment from the home side was met with a calculated response. The Boomers never rushed. They never panicked. They simply executed. By the second quarter, the pattern emerged. Gilas relied on passion and pace. Australia relied on structure and spacing. The Boomers' big men set punishing screens that freed up their guards, who probed patiently before striking. Mid-range jumpers fell. Corner threes splashed through the net. The lead slowly expanded, not in dramatic bursts, but in steady increments that felt almost inevitable. Yet Gilas refused to fold. A defensive stop ignited a fast break. A deep three ignited the crowd. A chase down block momentarily shifted momentum. The arena shook with every run, every hint of a comeback. In stretches, Gilas matched Australia possession for possession, proving they belonged on the same floor. But belonging and beating are different battles. In the third quarter, the Boomers tightened the screws. They switched defensively with precision, cutting off driving lanes and forcing contested shots late in the clock. On offense, they punished mismatches ruthlessly. A smaller defender? Post entry. A slow rotation? Quick swing to the perimeter. Australia didn't just react, they anticipated. Gilas' frustration began to surface in hurried shots and forced passes. Turnovers became transition points. And against a team as fundamentally sound as Australia, those mistakes are fatal. Still, in the fourth quarter, pride took over. Gilas pressed higher. They trapped in the corners. They dove for loose balls as if chasing destiny itself. For a few fleeting minutes, the gap narrowed enough to stir belief once more. The crowd rose to its feet, voices united in defiance. But champions close. Australia answered with composure, 2 free throws, a perfectly executed pick and roll, a dagger 3 from the wing. Each basket felt like a quiet reminder, the code remains unbroken. When the buzzer finally sealed the result, Gilas stood at center court, exhausted but unbowed. The homestand ended without a victory, but not without lessons. The margin between competitive and victorious lies in the smallest details, rotations, shot selection, late game poise. Against elite programs, those details decide everything. Australia's dominance is not accidental. It is built on years of continuity, a pipeline of players seasoned in top professional leagues, and a culture that prizes precision. Gilas, meanwhile, continues its evolution, blending youth and experience, searching for cohesion, striving for consistency. The loss stings, especially on home soil. Filipino fans bring unmatched passion, turning arenas into fortresses. To leave without a win feels like a missed opportunity. But within the disappointment lies clarity. To crack Australia's code, Gilas must not only match intensity, but master execution. They must turn energy into efficiency. They must transform belief into structure. The rivalry remains unfinished. Every loss plants a seed of resolve. Every defeat writes notes for the next encounter. Somewhere down the road, perhaps in another qualifier, perhaps on a bigger stage, the Philippines will get another chance at the Boomers. For now, the code stands. Australia remains the benchmark. And Gilas, though winless at home, walks forward with the understanding that progress is rarely linear. The final score may not have favored them, but the pursuit continues. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, and share. Till next time.